Hey everyone, let me see if we got the audio right. Almost there. Just a second. Hey everyone, let me see if we got the audio right. Yeah, we got it right. Okay, thanks. We are back with another live stream here, Eagle Eye Productions, in a new location. As you can see, still need to beautify it a little bit, but it's the intention that counts. My last video I did about the Audi R8, not a lot of views, but it's okay. I still documented the car, and for me today I wanted to do a quick live stream on the Audi R8, just so you have an idea what this car cost here in the Netherlands. So without any further ado, let's just continue. The R8, the sports car from Audi. So here, if I select any model year, any kind of engine it has, it comes up with less than 60 cars in this country. So it's going to be a quick live stream, as I said before. Of course, you have different generations of the R8. Me personally, I like the first generation the best. I don't know. It's just something about this car that was such a mid 2000s car with a V8, a two-seater, a rear-wheel drive, a quattro, I think. But we'll look into that right now. So 2007 with 90k driven for V8. And the 4.2 V8 FSI is quite a reliable engine. It's been around very long. When you look at Audis, even the Audi V8 had this kind of like the origins of this engine can be traced back to the 80s. So it's been upgraded, it's tested, it's been proven, and why would you put it in a sports car otherwise? But let's just see what this is. So 2007, I have to go back to my own channel because I think 2006 is when they hit the market. Let me just see. This is, yeah, 2006 until 2015. So, but this is the Type 42. So it's quite a long time actually, and this is already clearly a facelift. So this is a 4.2 V8 FSI, quite modern technology, an 8-cylinder, of course. Let's see what's important here. It can reach 300 kilometers an hour, which is crazy. 0 to 60 miles or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.6. It has 421 horsepower, quite a lot. It's the weight is 1565 kilograms with 400 plus horsepower. Let's see if this one has the quattro pack. Maybe they all have quattro, but I don't know that exactly. I think that would be a good thing. Let me just check. No, don't see it mentioned here. But this car is quite old, the same age as my Volvo. But of course, this is a super sports car, 50k for second-hand one. Let's see. No license plate, which is a kind of a red flag immediately because you can't do your own research. This car might be imported, might be, I don't know. But look at this. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm crazy, but I think this is more beautiful than a Lamborghini. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Look at this. What was going on here? But this looks brand new, or this is refurbished. Yeah, you see, but for 100,000 kilometers, it looks, yeah, I don't know. R8 GT, is this a special version? This is an automatic, which can be, hey, for 100,000 kilometers, this doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Okay, this automatic can be put in sport mode. I can see ESP off, damper control. It's full of gizmos and stuff that you that you would really like. Cruise control, carbon fiber looks, but you can find this in the Polo as well. You know, uh, I understand. VAG spends money where it counts. Yeah, but still, it feels a bit cheesy sometimes. But this looks glorious. This is the heart of the Audi. This is where it all happens. In 2006, 2007, I remember when this came out, and this was like a UFO. But now, even a Seat has it. Rear-wheel drive? No, it's not. Yeah, here the Type 42. What we just said. First generation came into the market 2006. Now this is a 2007 model. Don't drive a lot of kilometers, but I don't have here. This is the license plate, and based on the license plate you can find out a lot of information about a car, and when it's missing it's just a sign for me that, yeah, if you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to hide and you can just keep it moving. But you leave this information out, I don't really trust it. Anyway, moving on. 2008. Yes, this does have a license plate. Original Dutch dealer NAP, which is Nationale Autopas, which means that you can track back the kilometers, because each year the dealer, when you do a yearly maintenance check, they put it in a system, and it's a national system. So if you move and you go to another part of the country, Holland, then they still know what you did. But this is not a watertight system. You can still do lots of miles and then make sure that you put it back, so it just seems like you've been driving 12k a year, while in fact you've been driving a lot more. But a smart dealer will understand at 100,000 kilometers, this needs to be changed. At 150, this needs to be changed. So if you come in with a car that has 80,000 kilometers on the clock, and you already need to change parts that are due replacement at 150, something is off here, right? So it really depends on the dealer, but a lot of dealers are like, they don't care. Keep bringing them in, keep getting customers so they can earn some buck. I understand that. Yeah, this is definitely a license plate that was given out before 2008, but we will, just for the sake of this thing, I will just look at it. It must be a 2008 car, but we're just going to check it. So what we do here, we have in the Netherlands, this is a Dutch car website, but this widget, I would call it, is directly linked to a database. So if you say this is 23ZK, 23ZK PD. Yes. Audi Quattro 2008. Okay, that's okay. And they claim it to be original Dutch. Yes. Wow. Just a nip under 200,000 euros in 2008. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Het has twee eigenaren. Let's see. Laat zit de naamstelling. So twee eigenaren means it had two owners. And the last time it changed owner was 2019. That could mean two things. The car is still APK valid, so it's road legal, and it will need another check in next year, February. So it's probably still driving. But it's for sale. And it's for sale at a garage. So it might as well be that this car is already sold to the garage, and the garage put it on license plate, and he can still drive around in it. So that maybe means that this is a one owner car, and this owner, let me go to the kilometers later. Wow, this is sexy. This is sexy. Come on, look at this. It's just a Batmobile, ain't it? Look at this. I'm sure it's fun to drive. Look at the seats. Come on. Anyway, it's been doing, okay, 100,000 kilometers. Maybe it's for sale for a couple of years already, but I don't think so. But maybe the car was sold in 2019 to this dealer, and he keep on maintaining it. Maybe he drives it a bit from time to time. I don't know. But there's a story behind that. This seems to be aftermarket. Yeah, this is aftermarket, but it's okay. When you have a car that's expensive and you put some aftermarket stuff in it, it's always a bit strange. I mean, that's like buying a great cigar that's imported from Cuba that you're not allowed to smoke, and then you dip it in very cheap whiskey. I don't know. It's just wrong. Anyway, we continue. Got some good rubber on it. That's what your mom said. Let's see. 420. Yeah. If this checks out, then that's not too much. But look at the price and look at the age. And is this reliable? Yeah, we talked about Audi V8s long time. It's quite reliable. It has a long track record. I mean, from all the V8s. I mean, you also have the V8s from BMW and from Mercedes, and they all have a long track record. But Audi is especially. They came out with the Audi V8. For you that don't know, Audi V8. No, we reject you, Google. Get lost. Let's see. Images. Here, this one. The Audi V8. I don't know what to name my car, but it has a V8 in it. That's where it stems from. And this is definitely 80s shit. Late 80s until 93. So this was thought about in the 80s. Yeah, definitely. And it was released in the late 80s. This is the car that Audi basically started competing with the likes of BMW and Mercedes, and it already had the V8. And in the basis, the V8 of this one is the V8 that's been put in the Audi. Of course, this might, I don't know if this has a direct injection already, but the FSI is something that's from the 2000s, definitely, but everything evolves. But in the basis, in the core, this is the same. All right, so nice car. Let's move on. I want to see what a V10 costs and if we have a V10 for sale here. Oh, Jesus, man. 2009, 5.2 V10 in a sports coupe. Those were the days. Think about it. What we talk about nowadays. I know maybe it's a little bit over the top, but at the same time, we did it. And people bought it. And people will still buy it. Because people like ridiculous things. When you spend that much money on a car, you're not being rational. Not at all. Not at all. You just want to show the rest of the world, and a lot of people are like this, especially in this day and age. They just want to show you that they have money. Right? It makes no sense a V10 in a car like this, but it's fun, right? It's fun if car makers do this, and you only put out a car like this if you know that people are going to buy it, something with return on investments. But you know, I think it's fantastic, but those days are gone. Definitely. I don't like the front, but I think the rear is fantastic. Look at this. I think that this is gorgeous. I don't like the front too much. I don't. It looks like a fish. But this, yeah, this is nice. I take my words back from earlier. I think Lamborghini is still more beautiful, definitely. But would I want to own one? Would like to drive to Italy in one? Probably the Audi is more suitable. I think it has probably better seats, better sound insulation. I mean, the Italians make a great pasta, they make great wine, they have great songs and great society when it comes to culture, but when it comes to engineering, yeah, you can't beat the Germans, and that's just the way to work. Let's just move on. Look at this, great Recaro seats, V10, fantastic. Just 10 cylinders working for you, 5.2 liters. Here, all full of carbon. Is it needed? No, but it's fun. Yeah, the thing is, Audis are beautiful cars, definitely. Look at this. It's all very nice, all very clear. But this is the same interior you will find in an A3 or an A4. And that's the only gripe I have with Audi. It's like, it becomes so boring at a certain time. You know, when you have an A class, it's different than an E class and an S class to a certain degree. But Audi is very much, um, it's a very big company. Volkswagen Audi Group. They also have Seat. I think they still have Skoda. Maybe they don't have no more. So they can go from the lowest of the low for somebody that don't have a lot of money but still need a car to somebody that can buy this. And this is the top of the food chain, an R8. I mean, it makes no sense, but it's fun. And that's why they are one of the biggest manufacturer of cars coming out of Europe. They, like, every level they can have a car for you. And a lot of them are built quite well. I mean, when these cars were launched in the mid 2000s, if you had a little bit of sense, then you bought a car like this instead of the Lamborghini. Yeah, the Lamborghini probably made more beautiful sound and it was more drama, and that's what I love about Italy. It's more in the sense of living. But when you're blasting 300 kilometers down the highway, you want a reliable car, and you want a car that is built that you can brake from 300 back to 200 in a matter of seconds, and it all works. And after that, you can still break down and put it back to 80, and it doesn't break, it doesn't jam. A real engineering masterpiece. And Italian cars, I like Lancia, I like Fiat as well. They have beautiful cars, but yeah, would I want to own one? Yeah, maybe as a hobby car, but not as a daily driver. I want something reliable that, you know, that come rain, come shine, just works. All right, moving on. These prices are quite high. These are all in euros. I mean, 2010 is 13 years ago. How are you going to buy a V10 car and you don't drive that much? You had to spend at least, I think the V10 was even more expensive, went over 200,000 euros. So that means that you have money. Okay. Then you have this car for 13 years, or maybe it has multiple owners. We'll dive into this one very soon. And you only managed to drive 60K in 13 years. I don't get it. Then it's either a car that's been bought by somebody that really has a lot of money and it's just a Sunday car, so to speak, or it's shady. But already, just the fact that they don't put any license plate on here, and I will check later, so we can do some reconnaissance. It doesn't look good already, but the car itself looks good. It could be a great polished third, so to speak. Who knows? The car looks in excellent condition, to be honest. Look, yeah, it's quite clean. This is because the has the handbrake on, and this is because it doesn't detect any seatbelt going up. Car is on Optimal working temperature, fuel gauge works, not a lot of kilometers, and it's quite a recent photo. All right, last trip was more than 300 kilometers. Man, I would love to drive a car like this just for a day. But here you see you're back in the 2000. Here, the Audi navigation. Yeah, and this is not aftermarket. By that time, they understood that this had added value. My God, it's a lot of money, man. 82K still for a car that's 13 years old. Let's see if we get a license plate. Look, this is such a Miami Beach cruiser or something, right? Now let's see if we can get some data. Here, a garage that only sells luxury cars, probably. Free advertisement. Free advertisement. Moving on. Yeah, you see the G-Class here. Anyway. Yeah, a normal car dealer wouldn't have a car like this in the stock. But the messed up thing is I don't have a license plate number or anything to do any research, which is just shady to me. Oh, we do? Yeah, we do. Then I didn't say nothing. It's just in the title of the thing. Autoweek. Let's go. Let's do this. So 85 LGK 6. Check. It is there. Car is able to reach 313 kilometers an hour. Car is probably, yeah. So the current owner of the car, the person that owns the rights to this license plate, has it for 53 days. Sorry, 753 days, which is more than 2 years, right? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Looks good though. Would you spend this kind of money? When you think about supercars, is it the most beautiful car you can think of? No. Is it the most exclusive? No. But in the realm of supercars and in the realm of today, V10, 5.2, FSI. It seems to be quite a beautiful car. This is even the convertible. I mean, they don't make them like this no more. This is definitely going to be a classic. Maybe it's too young to be a classic, but it will be. Reliability wise, Audi has experience with both the V10 and the V8. A Mercedes GT is also nice, definitely, but I do like the R8. I do. But lucky for me, I'm not in the position to have this kind of dilemma on what supercar to buy next. But I think this is quite a good contestant. Let's move on a bit. 2014, so this is a different generation. This is quite more peppy, I think. And this car should cost. Is there a price? Let's first look at some pictures. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is small facelift. Yeah, it is. Small facelift. This is another car that hasn't got a lot of mileage on it. Yeah, I always think like, why you buy a car like this and don't drive in it that much? But maybe it's because you have several cars, and then when you have several cars, you probably have a good job, and you probably have other things, and like an R8 would be the least of my problems, you know. Um, so maybe it's a very well maintained car, and look at it. I mean, it's still quite beautiful. It's 9 years old. Next year it will turn 10. One thing I know for sure, they will not build cars like these no more. Never, never, never. Not with these policies, not with these governments, no. And it's worldwide like that. It's not only Europe, but it's also the United States. Yeah, in China you don't want a car like this. Come on, you don't want that because you can't drive fast anyway. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Let's move on. So this one also didn't drive a lot, and this is 10 years old. This is also the V10, and this is the last one we will see, but this one is a manual, not an automatic. The 5.2 is the V10. Yeah, look at this. It's in mint condition. Convertible V10. You're not gonna find this no more. And say what you say about Audi, I mean, they are beautiful, beautifully made, nice stitching, nice leather. It will really feel like a premium quality product. Yeah, this switch is in the A3, what I mentioned earlier, but I think Audi spends money where it needs to be, and I think they do a smart job with that. Yeah, it's like a big boring blend. Yeah, definitely. But they sell a lot of cars. And because they sell a lot of cars, they are able to do something crazy, like producing an R8. Because this car, I don't know the production number, but not a lot of these were built and sold. But it's just a testament for a company that they can produce something like this, you know, with the engine and with the gearbox. And still, this is a manual. So it must be quite a strong manual to be able to handle more than 500 horsepower, or what it is. We'll show you later. It's 6-speed, and this is kind of like Ferrari style. When you look at the 368, okay, I don't know, like the Ferrari from the 80s, 90s, they also had this shifting pattern here. This is a car from Germany. I can see Carl Skron, GmbH. Yeah. So it might be imported, which is fine. Nuremberg. Audi partner, Audi service. So all dealer inspections and maintenance. This is Germany 2020, and this looks like in Holland. So it's since the summer of 21, it's in Holland. And after that, yeah, they went one more time. They only changed the air filter. And look what they did before. Look what they did before in Germany. Yeah, it's probably because it didn't drive that much. But look what they do in Germany. It's probably, yeah. It just says a lot, you know, because not a lot of things are mandatory when you service your car. But it shows when you do, then you better do it good. And if you buy a car like this, which is way over 200,000 euro, and then you say, nah, leave this part because it cost me 150 euros. You know something about the previous owner. But let's just see what kind of tires it has again, and then we almost about to check out because this is getting boring. There is not much variety here, but this is the car you can buy when you want a V10. Probably has decent rubber on it. Michelin, yeah, definitely. And this car was still. Is it worth it? Probably. Probably. I mean, it didn't drive a lot. It's 10 years old. It's the V10. It's a Spider. And it's you can shift it manually. You can shift the V10 manually. And I think that is way more of a experience than having the DSG is a fantastic great a gearbox, but you need that in a 2-liter diesel or in a 1.8 turbo, not in the V10. Then you want to be able to shift yourself and feel the gears and feel the revs, and this is just one big pleasure on wheels, you know. So now let me go over the remaining cars. You can see, have an introduction of what they cost. They're all very expensive. I don't know what this is. 2017 is still very young. This is probably the last generation. And what does this cost? Yeah, almost 140. It's almost what it cost when it came out of the factory. 540 horsepower. You can also lease it. Yeah, this is a new generation. Yeah, what can I say? Audis are beautifully made, especially when you're the driver and also on the outside. It's a beautiful car. There are better cars out there. There are cars that give you more driving pleasure, but with a quattro 4-wheel drive system, you can use this power even when the conditions get yeah, when it gets rainy or anything like that, or on a bad road. Yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful modern sports car. There's no other way to put it. Audis are a little bit over the top nowadays. I can't stress it enough. I love the 90s and the 80s the most, but I understand why people fall for this. But 140. Yeah. This is not a rational choice, guys. This is not a rational car. This is not a rational choice, but it's just all emotion. And on that bombshell, we're gonna close this live stream. Hopefully next week I have time to make one for the 1st of October. I'm a little bit late because of personal circumstances, but I think I will have one ready for you guys on the 1st of October. I wish you guys a great weekend. Thanks for watching again to Eagle Eye Productions, and wish you all the best. Have a great weekend.